Hi there, I'm Brissa Cabe, the Digital Learning Specialist here at LCMS. Welcome to our App Chat for Educators podcast, where we'll explore different apps, instructional strategies, and other digital resources for education. Thanks for tuning in. This week, I'm here with Savannah Burden, one of our rockstar teachers here at LCMS. Savannah, tell us a little bit about yourself and your role here on campus.
Well, my name is Savannah Burden, and I teach 6th and 7th grade on-level RLA at LCMS. I've always been a really techie teacher, so I'm very excited to be here.
That's awesome. I know that this year you've worked really hard to make your RLA classroom engaging and interactive for your kids. From what I've seen and heard from you, you're an innovative instructor who doesn't shy away from trying new things, and so it's no surprise that you've now found something else to bring to the table for your students. Apple's latest iWork app, Freeform. Listeners, if you've updated to iOS 16.2 or macOS Ventura, you've probably noticed this new icon featuring colorful shapes and squiggles pop up on your device. Whether you've taken the time to explore it or not, it's really a pretty cool app. Savannah, would you tell us a little bit about what Freeform is?
So without spoiling too much, Freeform is basically a giant, seemingly endless, not technically, but seemingly endless canvas that students can work on. It's basically like Keynote meets Numbers meets a Chrome canvas, all of that together in one place.
So I know that Freeform is also structured as a collaboration tool like Jamboard, but it definitely seems like it has a lot more to offer like you described. So how have you used Freeform in your class so far? Would you walk us through a few of its features?
I've used Freeform for multiple independent/group projects, but all of them, the kids have their own copy of the document. The thing that I love so much about it is literally just because of how large the canvas is, you can include a ton of assignments all on one Freeform, all in one document. So one week I put every single activity for the whole week on one document. Students can type, they can draw, they can add sticky notes, they can watch videos, add in their own videos and pictures, and just like in general create.
I love that because we know student voice and choice and creation, they're so important in today's 21st century classroom. And it really sounds like you've used Freeform as kind of a one-stop shop for all of that for your kids. I even got to pop in a couple weeks ago and see it in action in your classroom when you first introduced it to your 7th graders, and it seemed like they were loving it. So how do you think this tool and the way that y'all have used it have impacted the learning process for your kids?
I think just having a space where kids can have a room to show their work and their creativity is the best part. Maybe a kid doesn't have their Logitech pen that day, or they just struggle with handwriting. Typing is an option, whereas on the other hand, if you have a kid who prefers writing with the pen, they can. It really just kind of allows them the freedom to learn and show their work in the way that works for them.
So on the other end of that, how do you think Freeform has impacted your own teaching practices? Do you have any other ideas for using it moving forward?
Like I said earlier, my favorite part about it is that I can put a ton of things onto one single document. So now, if I want to use a Freeform, I can have one single Google Classroom assignment instead of 6 or 6,000. It also helps me just in general get better about planning further ahead, because I have to put a little bit more time into making the Freeform. So now I do it beforehand, so then I have it for the rest of the week, as opposed to scrambling to build an activity right before the kids get there.
Yeah.
Because I totally don't do that all the time.
Oh, never. Nobody ever does that. But it sounds like a good way to just kind of curate things, lesson plan even, and even keep yourself as the teacher organized. So yes. It sounds like it has a lot of potential for just however people's classroom or student or even their own needs as a teacher could use it. So is there anything else that you want to share or make sure that first-time users know or are aware of when they start to dig into Freeform?
Definitely update your iPad. If it's not updated to, I don't know, 16.2, it won't even be there. And if it's not fully updated and then you won't even be able to access it and your kids won't. So I would recommend that if you're planning on using it in class, send an email home to parents and remind kids in class to update their iPads at home before you use it in class.
I think
and
that's just good practice.
Yeah, they should have that done anyway, but just in case they don't, then everything moves smoothly in class the next day. I would also highly recommend airplaying your iPad to show the kids exactly where the tools are. Some of it's going to be really intuitive for our more tech-savvy kids, but some kids may need to be shown, where is the pen? How do I switch between a pen and a text box? How do I add a sticky note? Once you show it to them once, though, they'll be fine. You will not have to show it to them again.
And something that I appreciated when I was in here with you that first time you introduced it to your 7th graders is the ones who got in quickly, and some others were still troubleshooting or trying to actually find the app. But those who got in, you gave them some time to just explore, play around with it. That way, when it's time to really hit the ground running with instruction, they know where everything is and exactly what they can do with it. So thank you so much again for sharing your thoughts. Freeform is definitely an app that I'm personally excited about, so I'm absolutely pumped that teachers like you are taking it and just running with it. Is there anything else you'd like to say before we wrap up this time?
One thing that I just noticed.
Cool.
I got a new phone. Sorry if you're an Android user, so sorry. But if you have a newer iPhone, Freeform is on the phone too.
Nice.
So I foresee myself possibly needing emergency sub-plans for my class. Maybe I don't have my iPad. I can make a Freeform on my phone and still assign it to my class. Have not tried that yet, but that's definitely something that I will probably do in the future.
Very cool. Just another way to streamline that process and keep yourself organized as a teacher.
Yeah.
I love that. So thank you so much for joining in with this conversation with me today. I loved getting to learn about how you and your kids have used Freeform and how other teachers could possibly use it in the future. So
thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Listeners, stay tuned in the coming weeks for more app chats with other LCMS educators. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time. If you have a tech tool, a digital learning strategy, or something else that you would love to share, let me know. I would love to have an app chat with you.